Hey, Misty, you got a minute?
Hey, Stuart, what's up?
You're off of work this Saturday, aren't you?
Yeah, but there's still something I need to do that day. It'll take me like 3 or 4 hours. Why do you ask?
Ayana says she wants to bring her boyfriend by the house.
Hold on, back up. My little Ayana has a boyfriend?
Well, actually, it seems like he proposed to her a little while back, so I guess it'd be more accurate to say she has a fiancé. He says he wants to do it the old-fashioned way and come to ask us for a blessing.
Oh my god, that's incredible! Oh, what's he like? Did she say anything about him?
Ayana said he works at the same company as her and is 2 years older than her. His name's Tucker.
Wow, oh, I seriously can't believe this. I'm so happy.
So, what do you say? Do you think we can make time on Saturday?
What time will they be over?
I thought that it would be nice to have him over for a nice dinner. We can order out so we can spend more time talking. If that works for you, I thought I'd have them come by at around 6 p.m., but what do you think?
6 p.m.? Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to be back at the house by then.
Great. I'll go ahead and tell Ayana that the plan is to have dinner around 6 then.
Oh, thanks, Stuart. Sorry, gotta go now. My boss is calling me.
Uh-oh. Should I take this to mean you'll be working late again tonight?
Probably, yeah. A couple of people called in sick today, and that means somebody has to pick up their slack, and that somebody is me. So I gotta get back to work now. Talk to you later.
Take care, and don't overdo it, Misty. Hey there, Yana. Just talked to your mom. She says Saturday is fine with her.
Great. So the plan is for 6 p.m., right?
Yep. We'll order delivery, so don't worry about making anything.
Gotcha. Thanks, Dad. I'll let Tucker know when I see him tonight. Speaking of tonight, is Mom working late again today?
Yep. It seems like her boss caught her on her way out the door.
Oh, her boss, huh? Dad, it's kind of hard to talk to you about this, but... I mean, come on, you realize it, don't you?
Realize what?
That Mom's cheating on you.
Well...
And it's not just one guy, either.
I guess you figured it out already, huh?
I'm not so dense as to not get what's happening when she's working late 5 nights a week and on weekends, too. Plus, I actually kind of saw her. You know, with one of her boyfriends.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, it was about a year ago, though. And what's worse, I heard her telling him, "Don't worry, my husband will never find out about us." I've been debating telling you about that for this whole time, and I just couldn't hold it in anymore. I'm sorry, Dad.
No, don't be sorry. I'm the one that should be sorry.
No, you have nothing to be sorry for. I mean, it can't be easy to tell your own daughter that her mom is having an affair. Oh, and by the way, Tucker knows about Mom's affairs, too.
You talked to him about it?
I didn't have to. You know how I said I saw her with another guy? That was while the two of us were out on a date. I had already shown him a picture of my family, and with Mom and that guy being so close to our table, there was no way he wasn't going to realize it was her.
Boy, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag, huh?
Don't worry about Tucker, though. He understands what's really going on. He's on our side, 100%.
I see. That's nice to hear.
And while we're on the subject, there's something I need to ask you about.
What is it, Ayana?
I don't want Mom coming to our wedding. I'm not going to invite her.
I suppose I can understand why you'd feel that way.
So, if it's possible, I want to get everything taken care of before the day of the wedding.
I see.
Have you hired a private detective or something to get evidence against her? If there's anything Tucker and I can do, anything at all, let us know and we'll do it.
Ayana.
I know this has got to be an incredibly difficult time for you, but what Mom is doing to you is one of the worst kinds of betrayal in the world. We can't let her get away with this. We have to make sure she gets every single ounce of punishment that she deserves.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. To tell the truth, I've been thinking about when and how I should divorce her. And I guess the time has come. Hey, Misty, where are you? Ayana and Tucker just told me that they're heading over to our house right now.
Really? Oh my goodness, would you look at the time? I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a little late to dinner, dear. It's taking quite a bit longer than I expected over here.
Gotcha.
Hey, Dad. Mom and the guy she's with just got out of the hotel room. Looks like they're taking the train back home. Tucker's driving us in his car, so we should have no trouble beating her there.
Okay, thanks. Hey, Ayana?
What is it, Dad?
I was thinking, it must be really painful for you to follow your own mother around like this. It's not like I'm hard up for cash. I can just hire a private detective to take care of the dirty work for us. You don't need to push yourself to do anything you're uncomfortable with, okay?
Don't worry about me, Dad. I'm fine. Actually, I'm glad to do this. This way, Mom will know the pain of having her own daughter not just know about her affair, but catch her in the act. I'm doing all of this willingly and gladly, Dad, so I fully intend to see it through to the end.
If you ever feel at any time like it's getting to be too much for you to handle, you let me know immediately, got it?
I got it, Dad. Thanks for being concerned about me. We'll be there in about 10 minutes.
Alright, see you then.
Hey, I have to tell you this. I just ran into Tucker a little bit ago.
Wow, really? Aren't you at work?
What a coincidence, right? We just so happened to both be in the same area on business. Oh, but that's not all. He told me I'm so beautiful. He thought I was Ayana's sister at first. Oh, can you believe it? Who says life ends at 30? I'm still as hot as I ever was.
Yeah, I'd say you definitely do look younger than your age.
I bet I could walk into any bar in the city and walk out with a young stud on my arm.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you wouldn't have any trouble at all picking up a man. After all, you're cheating on me with 5 men as it is.
What?
So I'd say you deserve more compliments for your stamina than your looks. It can't be easy to juggle that many men at once.
What are you talking about?
I'll have to cut myself off there. All the things I want to say to you right now would make even the saltiest sailor blush. So you're just gonna have to fill in the blanks for yourself.
You're not making any sense. What are you trying to say?
Oh, come on, Misty. You're shameless, but not stupid. I know you're cheating on me, so you can drop the act.
What? Wait. Oh no. Stuart, did I text your number?
Yep.
I meant to text that to a friend of mine just now.
Ah, so that explains why you were acting so dumbfounded just now. Let me guess. You meant to text your accomplice just now, am I right?
No.
The two of you are both cheating on your husbands, and so you use one another to invent alibis for whenever you're with your boyfriends. Do I have all that correct?
No, that's not true.
You've been working so hard for these last 12 years to perfectly conceal your identity. But it looks like the jig is up finally. I'll give you an A for effort, though.
Stuart, I'm not having an affair.
Don't worry. Your accomplice's husband already knows about her part in your scheme. And she's currently getting a heaping helping of her just desserts as we speak.
Oh no.
But enough about her. Let's talk about your infidelity, shall we? Granted, I haven't yet been able to identify some of your past boyfriends, so we'll start with just the guys you're currently fooling around with. 1. One of your subordinates at your company. 2. The sales director of one of your client firms.
How?
3. The husband of one of your friends. 4. Some random guy you met on the internet. 5. A former classmate you ran into at a class reunion.
No, you don't understand.
That's all 5 of them. And every single one of them is also married.
But you see...
And to top it all off, you were trying to make Tucker your 6th man, weren't you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. What kind of monster do you think I am? I would never make a pass at my own daughter's fiancé.
I'm very experienced, sweetie. I can please you in ways that little girl will never be able to. Plus, can you imagine the thrill? Having both your gorgeous wife and her gorgeous mother? I'm starting to sweat just thinking about it, darling. And don't you worry, Ayana will never know a thing. She won't even get suspicious.
Wait, that's impossible.
You're almost 50, and you're sending the heart emoji in every single post? That's almost as embarrassing as flirting with your own daughter's fiancé. Almost.
How? How did you know that?
Tucker has been cooperating with me from the very beginning. You got played.
Played? What do you mean?
Oh, for the love of God, you still don't get it. What? Did you actually think a guy like Tucker would be at all interested in an old woman like you? It was all an act.
An act?
Tucker and Ayana saw you while you were out on a date with one of your boyfriends. They both know.
No!
Yes, Misty. We all know. Me, Tucker, and Ayana. We know that for the last 12 years you've been cheating on me with 5 different men at any given time. So like I said, you can drop the act, Misty. It's over.
Oh, this can't be happening.
And to be honest, I do feel like a complete fool for not noticing sooner than I did. The signs were all there from the very beginning. And due to both my obliviousness and complacency, it's taken me far too long to come to this point. But at last, the end is in sight.
The end? What do you mean? The end of what?
I'm talking about our marriage, you idiot. We're getting a divorce.
What? Are you completely out of your mind? Our daughter is going to get married soon, don't you get it? Are you going to humiliate your own daughter by divorcing her mother when the wedding is not but a few months away? What will you tell Tucker's parents?
Oh, you don't need to worry about them at all.
What? Of course I do.
Nope, Tucker has already talked about the whole thing to them, and they gave their terms.
Terms? What terms?
They said that they would only give their blessing to the marriage if I divorce you before the day of the wedding.
Well, that's insane.
But that's honestly beside the point. Ayana herself told me that she wants me to divorce you before our wedding.
Ayana told you that? I don't believe you.
Believe it or not, it's true. She said that she doesn't want you to come to the wedding.
Oh, that can't be. I'm her mother. She can't do this to me.
Maybe that will show you exactly how terrible of a mother and person you've been. You were cheating on me for 12 years. You're cheating with 5 different men right now. What the hell is wrong with you? I don't mean to take the responsibility for what you've done away from you, but do you think you might actually have some sort of mental illness? That's the only way it would all make sense. Even if that were the case, I just don't have the mental fortitude to stay married to a woman who's been betraying me for 12 years. My heart wouldn't be able to take it.
Oh, please, Stuart. Oh, let's calm down for a moment and talk about this, all right?
If you want to talk, you can talk to my lawyer. I've already hired one, so no, I'm not changing my mind. I'm divorcing you.
I can't believe you. How could you get so upset over a little affair? Fine, have it your way. I don't need you anymore. I'll be out of your life forever. Is that what you want? As for Ayana, I'll have a talk woman to woman with her. She'll come to see my point of view.
Wow, you really think so? Okay, I guess you can go ahead and give it your best shot. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though.
Hi, Ayana. So I guess you know about everything, but you understand where I'm coming from, right? You're a woman just like me, after all. Oh, you must know how good it would feel to have all sorts of men pining for you, no matter how old you get. That's all it was. I just wanted to feel like a woman. If that's what you really want, then why did you get married to Dad in the first place? What? I bet it must be nice to have a bunch of men in the palm of your hand, but once you get married to one of them, aren't you supposed to, stop doing that? Not to mention, even if you were single, seeing 5 men at the same time. There's a 4-letter word for that, and it starts with an S. Ayana! All I need is just one man who cares about me more than anything else in the world, and that's enough for me. I know he would never betray me, and there is nothing that could ever make me betray him. And to think, you even tried to get your hands on him, too. It wasn't enough for you to just betray Dad. You had to betray your own daughter, too. Well, I don't need any mother who would do that to me. Ayana, what are you saying? I'm saying I never want to see or hear from you ever again. Goodbye. Stuart, what What is the meaning of this? I just got served lawsuits from the wives of all 5 of my boyfriends. Explain yourself, Stuart. What did you do? There's no way I could afford to pay off all of them. This will ruin me. Stuart, pick up the phone right now.
After some conversations and a lot of begging and pleading, Misty was able to settle with some of the wives for less than they were asking for in their lawsuits. But she had been seeing the others for several years at that point, and those wives weren't willing to budge. In fact, at trial, the jury awarded them more than they were asking for. As for me, I felt that the wives of the men she was cheating with deserved to get as much as possible, so I only sued her for the bare minimum amount. I worked it out with my lawyer so that we left her with just enough funds to pay them all off and leave her with as close to nothing as possible. That wasn't the end for her, however. Some of the men she had been cheating with were co-workers and employees of client firms. Her superiors were terrified of the kind of damage a scandal like this could do to the company's reputation, so they promptly fired her once it all came to light. Our divorce was finalized, and Misty is now faced with the prospect of being an unemployed, broke, and single almost 50-year-old. Without any money to polish her feminine appeal, she completely lost the youthful beauty she had used to attract all her partners up until now. The last I heard, she was living in a subsidized apartment building and working a part-time job at minimum wage, just barely scraping by.